Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
You was good original crew. Ooh. It's your boy DJ Nuki, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
Back on the channel with another.
You can see original.
What's up? Welcome back to the channel. And we got what's the most messed up thing your parents ever did to you. Now, I don't know. Well, I do got some situation, but hey, life just fucked up. So, and don't need to linger on it. You just got to move on from it, man. So with that being said, before we get into it, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go. If you want our further support, just check out down below. Also, got to take this time to salute to the coming of the day, man. We highly appreciate y'all around here, man. Y'all keep running us up. We're going to always appreciate it. But also, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure y'all always lock it in with a thumbs up. That's how y'all let us know y'all rocking with it, man. But again, it's what's the most messed up thing. Y'all know what the word is. What's the most messed up thing your parents ever did to you? Let us know how y'all feel about this one in the comments, man. But with that being said, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. You got one?
No.
My mom was an angel.
She was.
The most fucked up thing that your parents ever did to you and you still remember to this day and are still...
So when I was about 8 or 9 years old, my mom and my stepdad divorced, and my mom wanted to live with her new boyfriend. Unfortunately, her new boyfriend didn't want me or anything to do with me. So my mom got an apartment across the street from the elementary school, which she enrolled me in. And then she would leave me in the apartment about 5 to 6 days a week. What she would do is she would cook food and put it in the freezer that's supposed to last me for a good 5 to 6 days. I was about 8 or 9 years old. And she did this until I was around 11 or 12 years old. And I just remember going to school by myself, very, very young, coming home by myself. And I was told never to open the door for anybody, never to answer the door, and always pretend that no one is home when there's someone outside so that she doesn't get in trouble. Yeah.
Dang, that's how we start.
Damn. You talking about selfish?
That was messed up, bro.
That's beyond selfish, bro. Damn.
What's the most fucked up thing that your parents ever did to you and you still...
I have one parent. So I was like living with my mom and I was like 7 months pregnant with my daughter. And I don't know why we were arguing that day. We were like arguing, bumping heads real bad. I don't remember the exact reason why. But so her homegirl's there sitting on the bed in her room. And she's saying like, I'm gonna be a piece of shit mom and this and that and all this stuff. So like, baby, you're a whole crackhead. But never mind. So I tell her, stop fronting because your homegirl's here. Like, stop with the cap because your homegirl here. And I like took her overboard. So she backs me up in the corner. Big pregnant, her homegirl's just on the bed just looking real entertained. And my mom really took that pain. You're pregnant but your face isn't, real seriously. The next thing I know, I feel full fist her punching me in my face, like non-stop punching me. All I hear is, she's not even open. All she's saying is, Nancy, stop. Next thing I know, my hands are like this. She's holding my hands. And she fulls on kicks me in my stomach, straight in my stomach, full force. Wow. Part 2 of my mom kicking my stomach when I was 7 months pregnant. So, like I said in the other video, she had my hands up and she kicked me in my stomach, full force. Kicked her granddaughter. And by this time, it was in my mind, like, you gotta fight. Because after that, she didn't stop hitting me. So, there was, like, a dresser right there in the corner where I was. And I bent her ass backward. I was like, bitch. And I just, like, started punching her because, like... No, and I couldn't just walk away. I'm like, oh, you could just walk. No, she didn't stop hitting me. The whole time I'm fighting her, I'm having excruciating pain in my stomach. And then I hear the girl get up finally, trying to get me off my mom. And I'm like, bitch, you better fucking move, because you sure as hell ain't help me, bitch. No, this bitch gonna get her crackhead has handed to her. So, like, we're fighting, like, some females off the street, like, real life fighting. And she finally says stop, like, she's done getting her ass beat. And I'll call my grandma and I get picked up because I had a pain in my stomach and I go to the hospital to check on her. And she's fine. I never went back. Never lived with her again. Ever.
What's the most fucked up thing that your parents ever did to you?
Yo, this is a lot.
I ain't gonna count, bro. I don't know if I can make it through this whole shit.
This a lot. Them two alone got me like my...
Bruh.
What the world? Okay.
You good?
I'm good. Yeah,
I'm like,
it's just
this shit a little
it's for
scarring,
real,
bro. Like, damn.
man.
You like, shit, I'm a little blessed. What I went through, like, mama didn't, she ain't put no hands on me. She just told me get out the house. So I got out there. Dang.
And you still remember to this day.
I got one for this. I was 14 years old, right? My mom took me to a friend's house to do my homework and hang out. I had to go to school the next day. I think we had a big test that day, so I was panicking because I was constantly calling my mom, calling. She didn't answer the phone. She didn't call. She didn't show up. It's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Still no call, no show. Eventually, my friend's mom gave me, I think she gave me bus fare to get on the bus to get to school. Got to school and never saw or heard from my mom again for years. And the friend that she left me with, I ended up moving in with that friend at the age of 14, bouncing around from home to home because my mom dipped on me. Yep. My mom left me when I was 14.
What's the most fucked up thing?
Bro, this shit.
Yo.
I ain't laughing. I'm not laughing at him, but
Yeah, I know. It's like
bro, this is the most fucked up shit.
I thought we was just gonna have like some little, like
The fact
but
that
this
his
is
and I don't mean to pause it after everyone, but
Yeah,
this
you-
shit,
you have.
it's pausable moments, bruh. Cause you just have to sit there and like really collect your thoughts of what you just heard. The fact your mom just dropped. The fuck?
That your parents ever did to you and you still remember to this day in our story.
My name is Barbie, and my brother's name is Ken.
What's the most fucked up thing that your parents ever did to you?
I was 15 or 16.
Oh, okay. That's to lighten the mood. To lighten the mood. That was a good one. To lighten
I thought
the
that
mood.
was gonna be like
What's the most fucked up thing that your parents ever did to you?
I was 15 or 16 at the moment, and my mom and my sisters were on vacation. I was home alone with my dad, and I was really bored at home. So I asked my dad if I could go to the mall with one of my friends. And of course he told me no because I didn't have my license. So I went upstairs to my room and I was like, whatever. So then later on, he comes knocking on my door and he's like, hey, you could go to the mall. So I was so excited that I didn't even ask for money. I was like, wow, my dad's letting me go. So we get to the mall and me and my friend are just like, what are we going to do? We don't even have money. So we just sat at the food court, just staring at each other, talking. So then, of course, we went back home. So then when we pull up, I see a car that my dad has sold that was supposed to be mine so he could give me a new car was there. And I was like, what the hell? So I walk up to the front door and I try to open the door and there's a chain on there. So I immediately know something's off and I'm banging on the door telling my dad to open the door for me. Come back for part. So this is part 2. Okay, so I'm banging on the door and I'm telling him, Dad, open the door. And when the chain's on there, I could see like a little crack through there. So I could still see inside my house a little bit. So I could see past the stairs and I just see him like walk by with like no shirt, kind of fixing his pants. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So he walks up to the door and he tells me, what are you doing here? And I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing here? It's my house. I'm here. I'm your daughter. And I was just like, what are you doing? I'm like, why is the chain on the door? I'm like, can you open the door? And he's like, no, leave. And I was like, what the So I had my suspicions on what was going on and what was happening, but I didn't. Because my mom has caught him kind of cheating before through messages. So I'm shook and I'm embarrassed because my friend is there. So we walk back to the car and I'm like shaking. Part 3. This is part 3. So we walk back to the car and I'm just so embarrassed and I don't even know what to tell my friend because my dad basically kicked me out of my house for no reason. So I'm just like, girl, I think my dad's cheating. I don't know what's going on, but I think he's cheating. I think there's a woman in my house and my mom's not here and I don't know what to do. Let me remind you, this car was sold so I could get a new one. I literally deep cleaned this car by myself so I could get a new one. So somebody else had my car. So I'm pissed and I'm like, I'm about to beat this whole ass. So we get in my car and we drive around the neighborhood. It's a really small neighborhood. And we stop like 3 houses down. So I'm waiting for this lady to walk out so I could run her over. So I see my dad come out and start the car. And a few minutes later, the lady comes out. So I pull up in my minivan
And I jump out and I run up to the car. She locked the door and she starts speaking to me in Spanish and I'm cussing her out in English. Sorry, come back for part. This is part 4.
I ain't gonna cap though. I ain't gonna cap. I need everybody in the world to hear this PSA. Learn how to get y'all points out. Maybe 2. We can sit for 3, but after the third one, you overdoing it. Because you could have told us everything, and she could have been done.
So I'm literally standing there banging on the window of the car, telling her to get the fuck out because I'm finna beat her ass. And she's telling me something in Spanish. I couldn't really hear her because I was really pissed. And my dad's grabbing me, telling me to calm down. So I'm like, she needs to get out this car. So I'm looking for something that I could find that I could break this window with. So I turn around, I see a brick. And by the way, my dad's outside protecting her and she's locked up in her car, aka my car. So I grab the brick and I run towards her. And my dad damn near tackled me. And he took the brick out of my hand. And I'm screaming at him, telling him how could he do this? My mom loves him. And my mom's sick. And if she dies, it's his fault. And I tell him that lady's a hoe. He has the audacity to say that this lady's not a hoe. So while I'm banging on the window, my dad goes to my minivan and moves the car out of the way with my friend in there. And once he moved the car, she left. I am 23 now and I never received my new car. And the lady ghosted him. But if you want more stories, I got more.
What's the most fucked up thing that your parents ever did to you and you still remember to this day and are still...
On my first date, my parents dropped me off at the movie theater. I specifically told them that the movie ended at 8, so pick me up at 8. It's thunderstorming outside. The movie's over. My date gives me a kiss on the cheek. Ooh. I stayed inside of the movie theater while it was raining outside, and 11 o'clock hits. I've been waiting at the movie theater for 11 o'clock for my ride to come pick me up. Now, before anybody says, why didn't you call them? I didn't have a fucking phone. And this is right around the time where you stop remembering people's numbers by heart. So the security at the movie theater tells me that I have to leave because I'm considered loitering now because I've been standing in the lobby for 3 hours. So then I had to start walking home. I'm about a mile from my house and I see my stepdad pass me driving toward the movie theater. It's 11:30 at night. Still pouring down rain and he pulls up on the side of me. He goes, well, you're almost home. I'll see you there.
What's an acting performance?
No, the fuck.
No, I am done.
Wow.
I was not expecting to end it. That's crazy.
No, the fuck. He didn't. Bro,
That's
these stories was... the one that kind of set my mood back straight was the girl that had 4 parts. She kind of fucked the mood, you know what I'm saying? And so she kind of get my mood back, you know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, cool. I'm back cool because I'm a collector with my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But, damn.
Bruh, this was crazy.
This was beyond crazy, man.
Especially the first couple.
This was scarring, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. Y'all spam us up in the comment section. Let us know y'all thoughts and opinions, man. Damn. But as always, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ Nigga. This is
Sierra Coast.
We are.
We are,
y'all.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.